Hey everyone, welcome to week 17 of my live from the living room virtual concert series right here in my living room in Los Angeles. Thank you so much for tuning in and for spending your Saturday right here with me. I always look forward to this time when we get to hang out and share some music together. I know it's not quite the same as seeing you all in person, but hey, I guess it's the next best thing, right? Please let us know where in the world you're tuning in from. I can't tell you how much it means to me to see so many people watching all around the world and coming together. It's truly such a beautiful thing. Now, while things are getting back to more or less the usual in many parts of the world, we here in the US are still trying to get anywhere close to some semblance of normal. And with everything going on, it's been particularly difficult for us musicians, as in many states, things seem to be going backwards, making the outlook for us very grim and uncertain. We still have a ways to go, but I'm hopeful that we can start heading in the right direction soon, if we all start to do our part. Now, before we go any further, many of you know we recently lost someone very special to me and to many of you, Willie Payne, a legend in the jazz community. Anyone who knew him loved him. Willie and I met because of his and his wife Kathy's love for music, and we developed a very close bond and became very good friends over the years. My heart is truly broken by this loss, and honestly, I'm still in shock and trying to process this whole thing. Willie always was the life of the party, and today I want us to celebrate him by partying Willie Payne style. Willie, my friend, I know you're watching, and this show is dedicated to you. Now, as you know, I took several weeks off from doing my weekly virtual shows, but it's been a pretty hectic few weeks. I spent some time working on new music, which I'm really excited about, but I also spent a lot of that time putting this special show together with my band for all of you. As you can probably imagine, these full band virtual shows take a whole lot of time, work, effort, and planning. So we're really hoping that you enjoy it to the fullest. Now, many of you have been very generous during the past band shows we've done, and we're so grateful to you. But now, more than ever, we really need your help. I'm going to ask you to please reach deep and come through in support of these amazing musicians. At this point, we have absolutely no idea when we're going to be able to get back on the road to perform again, if at all the rest of this year. I have set up a link which you will see across the screen for you to donate to the band. As in the past, all contributions will go directly to them, and anything you give will be greatly appreciated. I'll be introducing them throughout the show, but now I think it's time to get to the music. That's why we're all here, right? Now remember, we're partying Willie Payne style today, so get that cocktail and make your way to the dance floor. I think I have just the song to set this all off. This is Settin' It Off. Let's go, band. Now that's how you get things kicked off. Again, that was a song that I wrote called Settin It Off from my On a Mission album, which was released in 2010. Wow, I can't believe that was 10 years ago already. Time definitely flies. Well, I do have to say I would not be the artist and performer I am today without the incredible musicians I've had behind me. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to take a quick minute to introduce a few of the band members to you right now. On guitar, all the way from Tokyo, Japan, but coming to you live virtually from his living room in Long Beach, Takahito Mori. We all call him Taka. He's super talented and truly just a humble guy. We've been playing together for almost 9 years now, and I just love feeding off of his energy on stage. He just takes things to a whole nother level. His work ethic is second to none, and in fact, he's usually the first one to show up for rehearsals. I love that about him. Everyone, please help me in welcoming Takahito Mori. Hey, Taka.
Konnichiwa.
Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Now on bass, Chris Snowden. Now you know they say it's all about that bass. Well, in this case, that is definitely the truth. This is one bad dude, as you'll see. I just love his spirit, his faith, and his drive. And I can tell you, he plays with that fire that's just contagious. That's what first drew me to him a few years ago. His heart truly comes through in his music, and I'm very blessed to have him playing with us. Everyone, please help me in welcoming Chris Snowden. What's up, Chris?
Hey everyone.
Now, I'll introduce the rest of the band to you shortly, but for now, let's get back to the music. Right now, we'd like to take you on a musical journey back to the very beginning of my career with these next few songs right here. This is a song that I wrote around the time I was about 16 years old. Shout out, by the way, to all of you who've been following me since high school. You guys may remember this song, but for many of you, you may be hearing this for the first time. And believe it or not, for some of these guys, this is their first time playing this song also. It's time to go for a ride. This is Joyride. Kick it off, third. Man, if that doesn't make you want to get in your car and go for a ride, I don't know what will. Again, that was Joyride from my Night on the Town album, which was released back in 2004. Quick fun fact that some of you may not know, I actually originally released my Night on the Town album independently in 2002, but then once I got signed to my first record deal with Higher Octave Music, we then re-released Night on the Town worldwide in 2004. And that was my first introduction to the world stage. Just thought I'd share that. Now, back to the band. For that particular song, I wanted to throw in a little extra spice, and I couldn't think of anyone better to join us and bring some flavor. On percussion, Jay Puente. Now, Jay and I go way back, almost 18 years. Many of you may not know, but he's also a pastor, and his ministry goes way beyond just music. We share that same common love for God, and his beautiful spirit just shines through with every beat that he plays. I always love rocking the stage with him. That was Jay Puente, everybody. On the keyboard, Richard Turner Jr. He's been my musical director for 17 years, and I honestly don't know what in the world I'd do without him. No one has been more dedicated to me and my music than him over the years, and I'm truly thankful to my big brother for always putting up with me for all of these years. He has been a constant in my life over the past 17 years, and he's truly a ride or die friend. His nickname is 88 Fingers, and I think he'll show you why he got that nickname a little bit later. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Turner Jr. What's up, Richard?
Hey.
By the way, for those of you who just joined us, thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to share this link with your friends and family. Also, you'll see a link on the screen pop up throughout the show. Please note that all contributions that you make will go directly to the band, who need your support more than ever right now. We thank you so much in advance. Now, let's get back to some more music. As I mentioned, I'm taking you all the way back to the beginning of my journey. This next song is actually one of the first songs I'd ever written around the time I was 13 years old. Now at that time, I was listening to artists like Grover Washington Jr., David Sanborn, George Benson, and so many others. Their music impacted me in such a way that inspired me to start writing my own music. Funny thing is, I actually came up with the idea for this song in the car while my dad was driving me home from music practice one day. Just cruising by beautiful Clearwater Beach in Florida, and just imagine rolling down the causeway with the top down and the sun shining was the inspiration behind this song. This is Cruisin'. Man, that was so much fun. I cannot tell you how much I miss being on stage with these guys. Shout out to Chris and Taka for playing that with me for the very first time. Again, that was Cruisin from my album of the same name, Cruisin, which was my very first project that we released independently while still a junior in high school. By the way, we just recently made a limited edition of my Cruisin album available for sale on my website, and that is the only place in the world where you can find it. We only have a few left, so once they're sold out, they will no longer be available again. So be sure to visit my website today and get your copy while they still last. Visit www.ericdarius.com. Speaking of my website, all of my albums and merch, hats, shirts, and all that good stuff are available there, so be sure to check it out. Now, I know there are several people who have celebrated birthdays and anniversaries in the time that I've been away. I would like to personally wish each of you a happy birthday and a happy anniversary. Every day is truly a blessing, and we celebrate with you. There are some very special shout outs for people celebrating this week. Happy birthday to our friends Dan Vestal and Joy K, both celebrating big birthday milestones this week and who are both part of the North Carolina crew, whom we've met through Willie and Kathy Payne. I also want to wish our dear friend Estella Green and her hubby a happy 28th wedding anniversary. Happy birthday to my brother-in-law, Stance. We love you, man. And last but not least, to my big brother, Nick Coleone. Nick. Happy birthday, big bro. Now, back to the band. Last but not least, I have one more band member to introduce to you. On drums, Frank Third Richardson. Man, I don't even know where to start. To say that we've been through a lot together is an understatement. I first heard Third play the drums back in high school while I was still a sophomore, and he was a senior at my rival school. I won't mention the name of his school, but shout out to my alma mater, Blake High School of the Arts in Tampa Bay. Anyway, after putting our school differences aside, I asked him to join my band, and we've been playing together all over the world and seeing life through the same lens for over 20 years now. We've played together for so long that even when we haven't played together in a while, we pick right back up where we left off as if no time has passed. When I say he has been the heartbeat of my band, I truly mean that. He's been right there by my side from day one, and the brotherhood that we have off stage translates on stage. I really love this dude. Everyone, please join me and welcome my brother from another mother, Third. What's up, Third? Now, we took you down memory lane on the last few songs, and now it's time to flip the script on you and fast forward to my latest album, Breaking Through. I wrote this song with a good friend of mine, Rodney Jones Jr., who happens to be one of the most talented musicians and producers in the game today. The unique thing about this song is that the vibe constantly changes throughout and captures a completely different feel from one section to the next. For that reason, I named it Flippin The Script. Kick it off, band. Well, I tried to tell you that we were flipping it on you. The band killed that song and even took it to church. We're actually all church musicians, so it's only natural that we took it there. I hope you guys are having as much fun out there as we are over here. Oh, and by the way, don't forget the contribution links below. If you are able, we appreciate anything you can give towards the band. They're giving you their all, and like I mentioned before, who knows when we'll be back to performing again. Well, I think it might be time to slow it down just a little bit. What do you think? I'll take that as a yes. I first heard the song back in 2006 and fell in love with it. I just knew that I had to record it and try to make it my own. It captures the true essence of what love is all about. If you are next to that special person, I want you to turn to them right now and tell them that you love them. I would like to dedicate this beautiful song to all of you out there celebrating love. This song was a staple of my show for years. It's my favorite Alicia Keys song, and it's called If I Ain't Got You. Once again, that was If I Ain't Got You. Shout out to Richard tearing it up on that keyboard solo. I tried to tell you, he has 88 fingers, and normally I would have been out in the crowd somewhere just getting lost in the music and maybe even sitting on someone's lap. Man, I miss those fun times of that up close and personal connection. There's nothing like it. By the way, you can find that song on my Just Getting Started CD, so be sure to check it out if you haven't already. Well, it looks like we have time for one more song. This has just been so much fun with all of you. As some of you may or may not know, I just released a new single from my upcoming album just a few weeks ago. During these difficult times, the past several months, I really felt compelled to write a song to uplift others and provide a sense of hope and positivity. This song right here captures that feeling of togetherness, family, and those backyard barbecues. Man, that actually makes me think of Willie. Family, fun, togetherness were incredibly important to him. And we had so many good times just hanging out in his backyard, and man, he would throw it down on that grill. For those of you who knew him, you knew how much pride he took in his barbecue, especially those ribs. He would challenge anyone. Man, I'm really gonna miss that. I'm really gonna miss that. Every time I play this song, I'll think of you, Willie. I really will. And I know the summer feels a lot different than most in the past, but we need to find a reason to smile through it all. This song features the incomparable Paul Jackson Jr., who's one of the most successful and recorded guitarists in music history, having played on albums ranging from Michael Jackson to Whitney Houston, Elton John, George Benson, and many others. I was so honored to have him be a part of this record. But today, we're going to feature the incredible Romel Veal on guitar. With that being said, here's my new song that you all helped me to name. This is Summer Feelin'. That was Summer Feelin', and thank you, Romel, for joining us. You tore it up, and I know Paul would be proud too. I hope this song is that ray of sunshine that reminds you all of better days to come. This is actually my first time performing that song with my band, and I cannot wait to perform it on an actual stage sometime, hopefully soon. Remember, you can download it today on iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, or stream it on Spotify, Pandora, and all digital outlets. Well, that's our show for this week. We hope you all thoroughly enjoyed yourselves. Thank you again to my amazing band for blessing everyone with your incredible gifts. Richard, Third, Taka, Chris, Jay, Romel behind the scenes also handling production and on guitar. Please know that you are all loved and appreciated. This show would not happen without any of you. Don't forget, if you'd like to make a contribution to the band, the link is on the screen and all funds will go directly to them. Anything helps and really makes a huge difference. We really appreciate your generosity and kindness. In fact, people ask me all the time, how can they support us artists during this difficult time? Well, you can buy our music and merch, stream our music, and spread the word and share it with others. I love our amazing jazz community, and there really is no me without all of you, so thank you for giving me the opportunity to do what I love to do. Willie, thank you for everything you did for the entire jazz community, and know that we are all better for having known you. Thank you for blessing me with your friendship, and I will truly cherish our memories and miss you. And I'd like to ask all of you to please keep Kathy and the entire Payne family in your prayers during this really difficult time. Well, thank all of you again for tuning in and for staying connected with me. Please, let's do our part in helping to beat this pandemic so we can all go back to our normal lives. Let's start with the small things like caring for one another and wearing masks, people. Stay safe out there, and God bless you all. We'll see you next time. Cheers to all of you, and party in paradise, Willie. We love you.